If you had some Litecoins, you'd be real happy because they just hit 35 bucks. Yeah, listen. Remember the other day I gave you a little example and said if you had $1,000 that you invested into Litecoin, cryptocurrency, how it would have turned $1,000 into $66,000, something like that. I gave you an example the other day because if you would have bought in when it was like 6 or 7 cents and then sold off when it was $9 or whatever it was, it turns into like 66,000 bucks. Listen, got a new statistic for you. Bitcoin has just hit past $1,000 and it came back down a little bit. Just happened. And Litecoin has just went I don't even know where it went. I sent myself a note like I always do whenever I want to do a video. I email myself, title, subject, do video, and then what little link or whatever I'm talking about. Just to remind myself later on when I get home or tomorrow morning, do the video on this, whatever. So I'm sending myself an email a little earlier today. I did a little calculation and I said that $1,000 example again, if you had $1,000 worth of Bitcoins back when they were 7 cents, Litecoin, when they were 7 cents, which was January of this year, 2013, you would have had in your possession 14,285 Litecoins, digital Litecoins. And if you'd have sold them for $25 per coin, which is where they were at just a little while ago, you would be sitting on $357,000. And then I went and looked at the Litecoin price later because I was looking about downloading the Litecoin app, which basically makes my own wallet so I can store my Litecoins in it. And I'm like looking at a site for something, and I'm seeing $35. I'm like, what is $35 for what? I'm on a Litecoin site. What is $35? What are they charging? Oh my God, the price of Litecoin just went to $35. It was just $25. Oh my God, yes, that's exactly what just happened. So before I could even do the video, which was scheduled for today, a little later today, because I'm off work already, been off work for a long time now, today. I'm going in here to do it, and I went to the website looking at some stuff from Litecoin real quick, and then noticed $35. Oh my God, my video, which was, moments ago, technically about to be moments ago, is now obsolete. $35 per coin. So that $1,000 investment at 7 cents back in January, if you would have done that, right now, if you sold out, you would be sitting on $500,000 on a $1,000 investment. It's sickening. It is absolutely sickening to think about this. And secondly, how in the hell would you even get rid of 14,285 Litecoins all at once? Because most of the time you got to convert them to Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin sell them off on the Mt. Gox exchange or some other exchange, and I don't think I've seen an order yet of 14,000. They're quite small orders. That's the kind of order that could cause a crash in the price. However, just doing simple math here, this is what it is. So the other day, a few days ago, literally a couple days ago, I went ahead and bought a couple of Radeon video cards, 7950s. These things are about a little less than $300 a piece, because they, and all Radeon cards for that matter, not NVIDIA, but Radeon, ATI, for whatever reason, whatever chips they use, are very good at creating Bitcoins, at mining Bitcoins, so to speak. So you could easily go to an exchange somewhere, sign up, create, I think that the one site is btc-e.com. btc-e-e.com. You can sign up there. You can sell Bitcoins. You can transfer Bitcoins. You can trade Bitcoins, whatever. But I want to also share with you another story that I was reading today. from a guy back in April that decided he was going to max the living crap out of his credit cards into the tune of $16,000 in order to buy like 22 of these video cards that I just bought 2 of. He bought 22 of them. And back then they were probably a little more expensive earlier this year. So he was saying in his article, I just did this, and the additional electric bill, everything added up, Bitcoin, at the time, Litecoin, not Bitcoin, Litecoin was hovering around that $2 time period of where it was just kind of stagnant for a while. And a guy on my forum, I think he's also a subscriber of mine, Northblade, on my realistnews.net forum. I have a sticky post there that he made about how to do the Litecoin thing, where to sign up, this and that kind of thing. I've actually fully done it. Because at $2 per Litecoin, most people were not even turning their computer systems on. And for example, this guy, Northblade, had like 6 or 8 computers, and he had either 2 or 3 video cards per computer. So he was in the thousands and thousands of dollars also. But he did make some money back, he told me. But he also told me that around $2, based on how many Litecoins you can mine for the amount of electricity it costs, plus the algorithm, how hard it is to crack, all that combined, it wasn't even worth turning them on. You're going to lose, so just turn them off and let them sit there till the price goes up. And it didn't take much. I mean, it could have went up to $2.50, and then it would have been worth it again. Not that you'd be making a killing or anything mining these things. That's why if you don't mine them at all and you just go out and buy them, like on btc-e.com or some other exchange, you don't have to pay any hardware costs. However, right now they're $35 a Litecoin, right this second as I'm speaking. So if it was only $2 that stopped people from mining by Bitcoin and Litecoin, technically this is a Litecoin conversation though. I keep saying Bitcoin, but Litecoin. There are no ASICs, which are these mining rigs that are very small, extremely powerful for computing the Litecoin and the Bitcoin. Now, the ASICs do Bitcoin only. They don't have any ASICs out for Litecoin. One ASIC would destroy what I told you this guy spent $16,000 on building in his house. And it's only this big. It would absolutely destroy the computing power that this guy that had $16,000 invested in his little rig. Cost-wise, it would be way cheaper than that now. And performance-wise, it would literally destroy it. It'd wipe it all over the wall. And all for about 100, 150 watts of electricity. Versus, I don't even know what this guy was spending with 20 computers. I don't even want to think about it. Probably 4,000 watts, if I had to guess. That's incredible. But they don't have any for Litecoin. And I mentioned this in a video I did a few videos back, several videos back, that we could probably expect Litecoin to perform very well when a new ASIC device comes out for Litecoin, because currently you can only mine it with your computer. And on top of that, not just your processor. If you're doing it with your processor, it's not even worth it. You have to have these video cards. It is Radeon ATI. The best bang for your buck at the moment, and has been for a while, is the 7950 model number. I just bought 2 again. I set up my thing. It's on my computer. It's running. And it's telling me that the current hash rate, whatever, I'll make somewhere around 0.8 of a Litecoin per day. So in other words, almost 80% per day. So I'm guessing around 7 or 8 days I'll have, a few Litecoins in my possession. But I'm mining this and thinking to myself, that's $600 worth of video cards that I just bought. If that's the case, at $35 per Litecoin, it's not going to take but 15 days or something like that to pay it back. And then whatever happens, I just keep pulling in more money. Now, if I took $600 just a matter of days ago, and instead of buying these video cards to mine them myself, and just went out and straight up bought some Litecoins $600 worth. Several days back, again, Litecoin was $9. Remember that? So I could have turned $9 times 3, 36. Is that right? Yeah. I could have tripled my investment. So I could have took that $600 and tripled it and made $2,400 in a matter of days. However, there's a problem. No one knows, like anything, that something's just going to continually go up. Do you remember back when silver exploded in a matter of 2 months? It went from like in the 30 to $50, $49. I mean, almost so quick. It was like, oh my God. Everybody was saying you got to get in it. You got to get in it. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. The same thing was said about the housing bubble. Got to get in the housing market now. It's going to keep going. The same thing was said about the price of gasoline, oil, back in 2008 when it hit $150, like Lindsey Williams said. Everybody said, no, it's not stopping there. It's going to keep going, 200. Whenever a bubble occurs, that is the same thing that is said over and over again. The problem is knowing where the top of the bubble is before it bursts, and nobody knows that. I'm sitting here saying I don't feel comfortable getting back in Litecoin at $9. No way. It has never even come close to $9 ever. I think the most it ever was like around $4 or $5 or something like that, and then briefly, or maybe $6, and then briefly came back down to $2 where it just hovered again. And here it is, $25. Next thing I know, it's $35. I mean, let me just refresh this page, just out of curiosity. Let me refresh this page, my little Litecoin page here. Litecoins. That's Bitcoin. Hex. Where did it go? Bitcoin USD. Litecoin, there it is. Okay, so in this 10 minutes I've been talking, let me get the exact time frame here. 12 minutes. It is now pushing $40, $39 and change. In a matter of minutes, it went up almost $5. I'm just telling you right now, this is crazy. This is beyond absurd. And I have no flipping idea where this is going to stop, where it's going to end. And I told myself, I think I'll just get these 2 video cards, and however money they make, Bitcoins they mine, I'll pay them cards back. I'm pretty certain I can do that with the way Bitcoin is, or Litecoin is right now. I'll be able to pay back my cost easily here shortly, in a matter of days, a couple weeks. And then everything it makes from then on out is just additional Litecoins. And whatever the price is doing, the price is doing. If the price crashes down, well, the price crashes down. People have been living with that almost all of this whole year. I mean, can you imagine when it was 7 and 8 cents? No one was mining Litecoins, really. I mean, you were losing money mining a Litecoin, the cost of electricity, etc. So this is just so weird and so interesting, so intriguing to see a digital medium of exchange known as Bitcoin and Litecoin, 2 different ones, going crazy in other currencies. And these are supposed to be digital currencies. So it is basically a peer-to-peer currency. All you have to do is download just type in Litecoin, Litecoin program, and the website comes up. Litecoin program. It takes you right to litecoin.org. You can download the thing. It runs on your computer, and it has to update itself with all the transactions that have ever happened since its inception. So it's going to take several hours. And then it updates. And now you have basically a Litecoin and a wallet, so to speak, on your computer. So you can start mining Litecoins, or you can go on to that site, btc-e.com, buy some Litecoins. You have to set up an account there and then transfer the Litecoins to your special code, which will then go into your program, basically on your desktop. It's like your digital wallet that's on your computer. Now that I've done this and figured it out, how to do this, I think I'm going to do a video of step-by-step, thanks to the guy on my Realist News Can't think of his name now all of a sudden. Northblade. I took some of his information, helped me get myself started. It was great. I did it all now. I know exactly how it is, so I'm going to do a step-by-step tutorial, I believe, which will be very helpful if anyone wants to start mining Litecoins. But again, if you were just investing in them and took the money it would take you to build yourself a mining rig, so to speak, you could have just bought the stupid things and then made a fortune by selling them without having to buy the damn hardware. The way I look at it is every couple of years, I always upgrade my video card in my computer because I like to do gaming and stuff on the side. I don't do a whole lot of it anymore, but I still do it. So every 2 years, I got to update my video card, get a new video card. So I said to myself, I'll splurge a little extra and I'll buy 2 of these dang things. I normally like to spend between $200 and $250 on a video card. I don't go and get the most powerful thing. And whenever I do that, it's always capable of playing all the games that are out there. This one was not $250. This was like $389, including the rebate. So I have to, it was more like $310 minus a $30 rebate, or $320 minus a $30 rebate, whatever it was. So I still got to turn the dang rebate in. But worst case scenario is I've got these 2 great video cards. I'll give one to my wife, her computer, give one for myself, obviously, and I spend this money every 2 years anyways. And it's already time to replace this video card. So I said to myself, I have nothing to lose. Because before, I spent the money just on the video card for the sole purpose of playing games. Now, I can let this thing run constantly when I'm not messing with my computer. And just let it go. Mine some coins. So that's what I'm doing. I had to share this with you because they just hit incredible numbers. And Litecoin itself, Litecoin's the one to watch. It's funny because it's just like silver and gold. Remember when silver outperformed gold? Didn't outprice it, but outperformed it. Think about this. Bitcoin recently was at $100. It's now hit 1,000 today. So that's 10 times. Litecoin was recently, again, $2. Times 10 times would be 20. I just told you it was 39 some change, about hit to $40. So it is 200 times. It went up, 20 times because Bitcoin went up 10 times, $100 to 1,000. Litecoin went from $2 to $40, so that's 200 times. It's a funny thing because silver outperformed gold a while back too, and I'm still expecting it to do it again, because they push down on the price of silver way harder than they do gold. And this has already happened. I already called it a long time ago, and it happened. And I'm here to tell you again, it will absolutely happen again. And it's funny because they say Bitcoin is the gold of digital currency, and Litecoin is the silver. And here, Litecoin is outperforming the gold, or Bitcoin. Litecoin's outperforming it. Unbelievable. But this guy, I want to end this video with this guy that spent $16,000 on credit cards. He wrote it all out and said, here's what I've been mining, here's what I've done. The average mining price of a coin, the selling price of a Litecoin is $2 and some change. He listed it. And currently, I've been mining for however many weeks now. I basically made $200. He said, so if I had $16,000 and put it into some other account, some kind of bank or account or something that I could even get like 4% interest, I'm doing about twice as good. He did the math. I'm doing about twice as good as that. So he showed $100 something return when his Litecoins gave him $200 something. He said, however, I did use credit cards, and the interest rate for all of them are probably around 15%. So there goes that. So I saw some people commenting, "Hey, dude, now that Bitcoin's over $25, do you have any left? Did you or Litecoin? Do you have any left? Did you sell any?" Because he was saying I had 823 Litecoins I mined, and I sold those off for this much, and then I had another 600 that I had for this price, blah blah blah. He never said how many he kept. But if he still had those 600 and was hanging on to them and just shut his whole rigging system, his whole mining system down, 600 times $39 right now would be $23,000, $23,400. Now remember, he already sold off 800 something and said he had another 600 something left. So I just did the 600. So if you calculate both of those, we'll do 850 plus 650 because I know it was somewhere in between there. That's 1,500 times 39, $58,500. And he would have been able to say, I did this with my $16,000 investment in my rig, my mining rig. 22 video cards, whatever he had. So, wow is all I can say, but I don't know where it's going to stop. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to do a video to show you how to mine Bitcoins, and not Bitcoins, Litecoins. We're not messing with Bitcoins, and I keep saying it because that's the one that keeps coming up. I must have said Bitcoin 40 times in this video. Take care.